bell is one of the oldest ritual instruments in human history. In Britain, its use dates back to the early spread of Christianity, introduced by missionaries like St. Paulinus of Nola around 400 AD. By the 7th century, churches like Wearmouth and Whitby Abbey were recorded as having bells. But bells were never just practical. They were sacred. They marked time, summoned prayer, and warded off evil. The sound of a bell was believed to purify the air, drive away plague and frighten spirits. In a world with little man-made noise, its resonance was both majestic and terrifying. But church bells were not merely installed, they were baptized. The Gregorian sacramentary describes a benediction ceremony. Bells anointed with holy water and oil in the sign of a cross. A ritual believed to imbue the bell with power to make the devil flee when it rang. Bells were often named like saints, names inscribed, and their installation was ceremonial, and this practice continued well into the 18th century. In Lancashire, bells were tolled during childbirth to ease labour. After funerals, a merry peal was rung to invite angels and discourage lingering spirits. One of the most enduring traditions is the passing bell, rung when someone was dying or had just died. Its purpose twofold: to announce death and invite prayer, and to frighten away spirits waiting to claim the soul. The louder the bell, the further the spirits were driven, and wealthier families paid for loud, longer tolling bells. This belief extended to funeral bells, which marked the stages of mourning, one toll for each year of life. In some regions, bells were rung before death as a spiritual escort. Bells were also used to ward off storms. In medieval England, when thunderclouds gathered, bells were rung to dispel lightning and protect crops and homes. This belief was widespread across Europe. The sound was thought to break the sky's tension, scattering storm spirits. Some churches had storm bells, rung only in times of absolute danger. The bell became a tool of ritual against nature, fate, fear. But beyond the church, bells also entered folk magic. Handbells were used by cunning folk to cleanse spaces or summon spirits. Cowbells believed to protect livestock from witchcraft, and doorbells, not mechanical but hung charms, warded off intruders, both physical and spirituals. In some tales, bells rang completely on their own. At Canterbury Cathedral, bells were said to toll themselves when Thomas Becket was murdered, and in ghost stories, bells signal a haunting. The sound of the bell became a threshold between worlds, between states of being. In British folklore, drowned cities often have bells that still ring beneath the water. In Wales, the bells of sunken kingdoms are heard on calm days. In Semerwater, Yorkshire, the bells of the punished town toll beneath the lake. And in Cumbria, bells echo from the depths after storms. All these stories reflect ancestral memory, where a sound becomes a haunting. The bell is not just a warning, it's a reminder. And today, bells still mark births, deaths, weddings, war and peace. During World War II, British church bells were silenced, only to be rung in celebration when peace was declared. They're often embedded in place names, rituals and architecture, rung by hand, by rope, by wind, and they still carry meaning. Remember that when you hear the bells, and ask, does the bell toll for thee? And there the tale ends for now, but the echoes will always remain. If you've enjoyed your stay here in my domain, leave your mark, a review, a whisper, a 5-star sigil. Until next time, wanderers, I've been Fauna Blakewell, and you've been changed forever.